in the days of Jesus, they're considered to be untrustworthy and dirty, and what are they? Like thieves. According to many historians, shepherds at the time are actually considered to be the lowest of the lows. They are on par socially with prostitutes. This is where shepherds are at, which is totally ironic because they are given at the time the most important job that there is. They are to raise and protect and to watch over the lambs that are going to be sacrificed in the temple, the lambs that are going to represent the Messiah. These are the sheep that need to be perfect and spotless and without blemish. Anything bad that could happen to these sheep will go back to the shepherds, and it could cost them their lives. If the shepherds were going to leave and abandon this flock, you can imagine like what's going to happen to them. They could be murdered. So yes, it's like cute and great when we think of the shepherds. We think of like them as believers, and we think of the shepherds as, oh, how cool, they got to see the babe swaddled in the manger. But it's even more impactful to me knowing that they willfully abandoned the flock. They willfully walked away from the most important job, knowing what it would cost them, because to them, even the most important job wasn't as important as finding and following Christ. Because to them, it was more important to be closer to him than it was to live. Because to them, they knew to truly live came from him, the light and the life of the world. The brother of Jared, he saw the Lord's finger, which is cool. Like, that's an amazing miracle. That will probably never happen to me. But because of his strong faith and him actively seeking out and asking, he was able to see all of the Lord. Are we content living life with finger miracles? Or by more fully trusting and proactively turning to God, are we going to allow ourselves to be shown greater things? By taking advantage of what Christ did for us and what he's given to us by him living, are we going to allow ourselves to be shown more of him, all of him, and all that he has for us and really live? Because what if it's not just about getting by? What if it's not just about making it to the end? Because with God, there are more blessings, bigger miracles, and prosperity ahead. Are we going to go for it? Or are we going to be like those in Mormon 6 who reject that Jesus who stood with open arms to receive you? I think of the believers in 3rd Nephi. There was a day set when all of the believers were going to be murdered unless the star came. They literally needed Christ in order to live. I can't imagine the fear that most of them had and probably felt, or how many of them might have started to even doubt because of the passing time between prophecies. Okay, so we know the sign did come, and in like the perfect timing too, the star came. He was born the exact night that was set for all of them to be murdered. So they're spared, many converted. And like them, we need Christ in order to really live. I wonder what next year will bring. I wonder what tomorrow will bring. I wonder what tonight at 8:30 at night after having, a bad day, what that could bring. A new chance to allow him to show us what else he can do if we continue to let him. Because every passing second, because he came and because he continues to live, he is giving us a comma, not a period. I have never been more sure that it will just leave us amazed and in awe, like I was today as I sit and reflect on all that we have and all that we're able to do and that we're given because he was born. I'm reminded that there's so much more than all of this. And even the hard and the unexpected are going to seem exciting to us when we remember that he came and that he lives. And this amazing, beautiful, messy, indescribable thing we're living is something to never take for granted for. Everything that he has done and given us is something to never overlook. And when we remember that, and when we seek a little more and listen a little better, we'll wonder why we don't do it more often, because truly all of this is something to celebrate.